COVID-19 has changed everything, right? And it has upended higher ed as we know it. It has upended UAlbany. It has impacted our students, our faculty, our staff across campus. And I am in awe of the way that the university has responded. I am in awe of the way our students have responded.
This was a virus we didn't know about 9 months ago. It was an unknown, didn't exist. And now it's literally impacting millions and millions of people.
The one thing I can say is I'm very proud of the way that this institution has actually stepped forward and reimagining how we work with our communities.
If the pandemic proves anything, it's how important international teams are to solving the world's problems.
As long as everyone works together, I feel like we can overcome anything.
When we consider where we are right now, we're quite honestly in a space that we've not been in, at least in my lifetime. We have an opportunity to do things a bit differently. We at the University at Albany have a responsibility to really be one UAlbany.
Here at the University at Albany, the past year was marked by both historic celebrations and unprecedented challenges. Throughout 2019, UAlbany celebrated the 175th anniversary of its founding as New York State's first institution of public higher education. But by early 2020, our world had been turned upside down by the coronavirus. As we worked through the impacts of this devastating pandemic, another crisis emerged. The killing of George Floyd catalyzed a national reckoning on race, with massive protests and new calls to finally address the systemic racism and social injustice that permeate our society.
It's in times of crisis that true greatness shines through. It's been really inspiring to see how this community has come together as one UAlbany, continuing to move toward our mission, vision, and our academic goals as well.
We're always guided by our values and priorities. But this year, the strong foundation of our strategic plan has really helped us weather this storm.
When you look at our success this year with enrollment and retention, it's very clear. We have an excellent roadmap in place to achieve our ultimate goal, the success of our students.
So the student success strategy, bottom line, is about making sure that we personalize the student support structure for all of our students. So just as it's equally important that we built a 4-year advising model, it is just as important that we brought the health center back to campus. We've been able to address some of their issues financially with the micro grants that we've been able to put into place. We now have advisors who review students' records for TAP compliance. The students recognize that we recognize them. This year alone, there were a couple of students that said, "Thank you so much for reaching out. I didn't know if I was going to come back or not. I didn't know, if I was going to be able to stay another semester at UAlbany. Thanks for reaching out to me. Thanks for letting me know that I'm important to this community." It's really crazy that we have our highest retention numbers in years in the middle of COVID, and I just think it speaks volumes to the commitment of this university to making sure that our students have every opportunity for success. I think it's really wonderful.
Here at the University at Albany, the research effort has contributed to the greater good in so many ways. In March, when COVID really hit the capital region, the president was tasked by the governor to understand why Latinx and Black communities are affected disproportionately. And at the RNA Institute, we realized we could make a difference and do COVID-19 research. The partnership with School of Public Health was essential. One of the real strengths of the University at Albany is bringing together multidisciplinary teams, and what we chose to do was something called surveillance pooled testing. And we've ramped up so we can do 5,000 tests a week. We're going to continue to ramp up so that we can test everyone weekly, and that may be more than 10,000 a week so that we can keep everyone safe on campus.
UAlbany is an institution that enjoys a very rich level of diversity. Inclusive excellence is what we do, and we've been recognized by Insights into Diversity with the Higher Education Excellence and Diversity Award, not once, not twice, but 3 successive years, and that's something I think we can really be proud of. We're initiating climate committees to further entrench the work. We also have mentoring. It gives us the ability to to craft for us what it is that we say we aspire to when we say that we're an institution of inclusive excellence.
It may seem like this was a bad year for internationalization, but I can assure you that even though the world is more complicated, the university has not retreated in any way from its engagement with the world. We can't send students abroad right now, and we can't receive students from abroad right now, but we've done other things to ensure that students remain with the opportunity to engage with their peers across the world. Much of it is virtual now. We have COIL, a collaborative online international learning, so that we can continue with language study, internships, and study abroad experiences. I think that the University of Albany should be proud of the tremendous care and support that it afforded all of the international students and scholars that for whatever reason were left stranded or had difficulty in returning home.
I'm here as an international student. I'm originally from Rwanda, and yeah, I'm a Great Dane. When I first heard about the pandemic, I was really scared. It was like a really tricky position to be in as an international student because there was a lot of pressure, scared to never see your family again, or scared to be deported and you miss on your education. So it was really like amazing to see, like, despite everything going on, the university was able to still like try to reach out to every individual student. That was amazing. My mom is also a former alumni here, and my brother went here, so it's a school that's been really great to our family, and we feel like we belong to the community. So me graduating will mean a lot to my family, and of course it's gonna be 3 Great Danes in our family, so yeah.
One of the goals and missions of a public university is what is it doing to provide a public purpose, a public benefit to society. And that is done through experiential education, is done through service opportunities, is done through community-based participatory research, and it's just done through volunteerism. I'm very proud of the way that this institution has stepped forward in reimagining how we work with our communities. The School of Education created the remoteed.org website to ensure that the academic performance of students in the K-12 school districts are not going to suffer. We're also trying to address issues of food security. How is not having access to food going to impact their quality of life, particularly in minoritized communities? And so those are the things that we as a university can be helping when we talk with our communities to say, how do we make life easier for you in order to make this possible? And we need more of that kind of thinking up front.
I want to thank you, every member of our campus communities, for your very hard work and commitment, which is the true source of our success. Because of you, we know greatness, and I look forward to continuing to work collectively and collaboratively with all of you as one UAlbany, and to move forward in reaching our institutional vision to be the nation's leading diverse public research university. And never ever forget that we are the Great Danes.